The U.S. and the Philippines condemn the Chinese Coast Guard's water cannon usage. The Chinese Coast Guard... Okay, these are disputed waters. We're going to show you a map a little later. Disputed waters, this is off the coast of the Philippines, so literally on their doorstep, and that's where they want to go fishing. They want to go do their thing. The Chinese Coast Guard's coming in there and saying, no, this belongs to us. They're putting up barriers, and they're using water cannons against fishing vessels, against the Philippine Coast Guard. How is this not an act of war? They literally could sink those ships.
Yeah, I guess with the water, I guess that's why they do the water gun thing, because it's not an act of war.
I feel like if another country started...
They would claim
shooting their vessels with water cannons like this, they would
claim.
They would
Yeah.
cry.
Yeah.
They'd cry foul and start a war or something. But yeah, this is happening a lot these days, where the Coast Guard just comes into disputed waters, which,
like right next to.
by the way, an international tribunal in 2016 ruled that China does not have claim to these waters.
Yeah, so you stop. Just stop.
You know how this international stuff works, right? It's all countries.
Yes.
It's not just one country decides. All countries get together, and that is, you know, that whole area over there, the South China Sea. China's put this 9-dash line and said this all belongs to us. So other countries in the area, they, you know, approached the international courts and said, you know, what can we do about this? International courts said, no, that doesn't belong to China. They can't just arbitrarily claim that. That belongs to everyone.
I think they're just giving free showers.
Free showers?
You could just dive in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is horrid. Like,
No,
stop.
it's rubbish. It's
Just
rubbish.
stop. Yeah, I saw some interviews with a fisherman
Yeah.
in the Philippines, and they're fishing right off their own coast.
Yeah.
And they're getting harassed by this massive juggernaut communist-ass country.
Yeah.
Like, telling them to F off from their own coast. From
Yeah.
their own coast of the Philippines.
Yeah, and they used to be able to go to the Scarborough Shoal.
Yeah, but China's claimed it.
And now China claimed it, and now that's where they used to get like 40% of their fish from.
But the International Tribunal says that that's not China's.
Yeah. The international law said that doesn't belong to China.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, it does belong to us.
So
They don't-
is there any consequences here?
No,
or-
once again, China doesn't abide by international law.
That's what makes me think this has already been decided. Like,
Okay.
there's all these things.
Let's look at this map.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, you should know if you watch the show,
Yeah.
but China has this so-called 9-dash line, which are those red dashes, which China, by the way, arbitrarily made up.
Yeah.
They're like, we found an ancient map.
Yeah, that matters.
Which, again, let me put this point to you. If the UK decided that they wanted to claim, due to an old map, certain areas, they could claim the whole world because of the British Empire.
Yes.
They could say, we found this old map that said this place belongs to England, so it belongs to England.
Oh, by the way, James says, water cannon is not for sinking the ship. The idea is to flood the engine to stall the ship.
Right.
Nice. Interesting.
I'm pretty sure if you kept that water cannon on the ship, though, it would flood it and sink it.
Yeah. It's a good detail.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Anyway, so this is what China claims, the 9-dash line, because of an ancient map, right? Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, was before modern China.
Yes.
You know, China right now, the China under the CCP
not the same country.
is only 70-something years old, right?
Yeah. 1949.
Yeah. That,
What's the source of this map?
you know what? This is the source.
My source is that I made it the f*** up.
That's exactly the source. But I just, the Wall Street Journal did this great little graphic where they overlaid the other countries' claims. So here's Philippines, okay?
Yeah.
That's
reasonable.
reasonable. That's like right off their coast. They're not trying to go into China's waters. Look how close China puts its 9-dash line to the Philippines, though.
That's
It's like on the coast.
insanity.
It's on the coast.
Where do you can't do anything now.
Yeah. You got these other countries, Malaysia, Brunei, etc.
Those are all
Vietnam.
reasonable. That's
Yes.
like reasonable areas around your country.
Yeah. And China still has a nice sliver or whatever in the middle there. A nice little...
Yeah, but that's even
Looks
so
like
far
Florida.
south,
Yeah.
right? Like that's so far away from China.
Yeah. Anyway, the thing is, China claims all these coasts and all the water surrounding all these countries, which is absolutely insane. You know, right up to the edge. You see where those 9-dash lines are? They're literally on the coast of some of these countries. And of course, none of those countries are happy with this.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Maybe what is that book? How to Win Friends and Influence People? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
it's like how to lose friends.
This is the opposite.
Yeah,
of that
exactly.
book.
And drive people away. Yeah. Anyway, so
Can't
that's...
just claim everyone's coastline.
Yeah. And of course, China vows to keep up military pressure on the Philippines as territorial dispute grows tenser.
By the way, we're looking at Philippines just really turning on a dime. After the original election with Marcos, Bongbong Marcos, everyone was worried, including myself, because of his pro-China kind of leanings, and it's just gone the opposite way. They have gone so much more towards the U.S. and all of Southeast Asia, really, including Vietnam, Japan, in East Asia. All these countries are running back and be like, nah, we're not dealing with China. This is enough.
Yeah.
And the world's just going back to the old days of the U.S. making friends in Asia instead of China, and it's that China's not happy.
No, and China
they're losing influence.
They keep threatening people. That's why, you know?
Yeah.
They said, like, oh, the Philippine side must act with caution.
Yeah, I mean, they're a bully, right?
Yeah.
They're acting like a bully. And, of course, the U.S., who is not the paragon of, like, friendliness in the military world, is now looking like a cuddly teddy bear in comparison to China.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Awful situation. This has been going on for a while, but it's heating up, and we will keep you up to date if anything happens. You know?
The box.
And this is me, box.
Box.
The traditional Chinese medicine is pretty whack.
I think there's a hashtag in order.
Well, yeah, hashtag Sky Don't Lie. We gotta go camping. Where are we going? To the suburbs.
We're going to suburban Beijing. I see what you did there. To go out and enjoy nature, feel the charm of nature firsthand. It's like a garbage dump.
Dude.
I've seen more wildlife camping in a Walmart parking lot as an acronym.
It's true.
Look, is this a Fallout set or scenery? What is
Yeah, I
that?
know.
Nothing would bother me anymore.
Close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind